We're with Dr. Goldman, and we're looking at urinals in Scotland.
They're uncivilized in this country.
What are they wearing under their coats?
Shut the fuck.
Some legends say that deep in the North Sea, a small, tiny remnant of an isle does indeed exist, and there's family there. Inhabitants, ancients, a place where the Ulsters and the Daggers and the Irish share a common ancestry. That's known as the Skylish.
Look! The Skylish!
The Skylish.
I'd like to tell you a story about my family. The great-grandfather of my grandfather. In the old country, we like to say, we mighty few. We mighty drunken, exuberant few. If there's one thing he taught me, is to always piss on the Scottish. We mighty few, as we like to say. 'Cause they aren't like us. We're different. We've got Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us.
And you can't handle England. And if you could handle England, in this our hardest year in the Kingdom of Edinburgh, I've never seen so many Skylish at the gate as they are now.
At Trench Digger Productions, The Skylish, a new dramatization presented by Godfrey McGrath Stewart O'Cunningham. The Skylish.
It's the Skylish, I'm sure.
Before Dr. Pig, it's the Skylish.
Action. I tell you, Elizabeth, it's very strange driving in Portland these days. We just passed into Southeast. We're in Burnside now, and I don't know about you, but that stench of urine, I can smell the urine increases as you cross Burnside.
Oh, is that feces? Human feces?
Human feces. Everywhere. There's rivers of urine. Someday they ought to flush this city right down the sewer, I tell you. Why does it seem like everyone's walking backwards? They're driving in the wrong lane, or am I driving in the wrong lane?
What's happening?
Look, there's someone with a mask.
What?
Why does everyone have a mask on? It's 2035. I don't understand.
What's going on?
There's an accident. Hang on. Slow down. It looks like an overdose. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Watch out.
The police are on it.
Oh, I don't think he'll be fine.
Someone. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna get to the office. I'm gonna call Portland Response as
Okay.
soon as I get there, Elizabeth.
Well, I don't think that's going to do any good.
Now, Elizabeth Criscoll, let me tell you. There was a time when I was served in Iraq. I used to worry about these things. And, you know, there's no reason to worry about that now. What is that sound?
I don't know.
I'm going to pull over. Hang on. Elizabeth, where'd you go? Elizabeth, where are you? Oh my God. Doctor.
Matthew, you need to calm down. You need to just calm down. You're getting way out of control, Matthew. My
Doctor,
friend here.
Elizabeth was right here, and now she's gone.
My friend here might be a little
Elizabeth Criscoll.
crazy. You need to understand there is perfection out there. We are nothing.
Oh,
There's
I'm
something
okay with this
out
outfit.
there. We are very replaceable, Matthew. You just need to calm down.
I
Don't
can't
you
calm
feel
down.
that?
I can't
Don't
calm
you
down.
feel that?
I feel like somebody's watching me. Oh, shit.
Oh, are you
Feel that? That is the joy of paranoia, Matthew. You know you are replaceable.
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, Doctor. Elizabeth was right there, and everyone seems so strange lately. I don't understand where they're at.
You're just being crazy. You
No,
have to
I-
understand.
I swear, I always feel like there's someone out there, and they're looking at me. They're watching me.
I figured this out.
Oh, did you now? 'Cause I haven't. I need to quit a nap, it appears. Yeah, and then I need to tell you. Something about lyrics like this one. I'm just an average man with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Hell yeah, I pay the price. All I just have to know in my average home. Why do I feel like I'm in the twilight zone?
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Who's playing tricks on me?
Whoa, whoa, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
I can't even see. I'm in the shower. I'm afraid to wash my hair. So I might open my eyes and find someone standing there. People say I'm crazy, just a little touch. But maybe showers remind me of psycho too much. I'm in the air, real tight. People call me on the phone. I'm trying to avoid. Can the people see me on the TV or me? Hey, do it, man!
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Who's playing tricks on me?
Whoa, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
I get no privacy! You're watching the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. We got Erin Lehn in the house. We got a full cast. We got a full crew. The Peasant Revolution Band is here and happy to work with this seamstress of talent and fabric of the arts. Here we go.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Who's playing tricks on me?
Whoa, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
I can't get off my knee.
Whoa, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Is that Joanne Hardesty?
Whoa, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
What's that Ted Wheeler want with me? Yeah. We'll be right back! Woo! Woo! My beautiful wife, Jamila, has come to wish us luck. Yeah, so we're here, we're having the show, and we're gonna sign on. We are 27 years away. We're back. We're back, and we have a little interesting phenomena going where we figured out some of the camera angles, but now we've really got them figured out. So But why does that matter? Because as we know, we can see that the sound is working, and that's usually, you're pretty lucky in this age of the internet. If you're to get sound, is one thing. If you're to get video, it's a whole nother thing. To get both of them at the same time, it's very difficult. It's way harder than the analog. We have Rich and Steve have shown up. How are you guys? What is new with you two?
We were just talking about sandwiches.
Sandwiches. What is your favorite sandwich, Rich?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Probably some kind of chicken salad. Although, a good Reuben never hurt my feelings.
A good Reuben.
Yeah. I also like sandwiches from Zubans.
Sure.
Yeah. But Steve, how about yourself? What's a good sandwich
Well,
for you?
Discovered, you've done peanut butter and jelly for many decades now, but switch it up to peanut butter and cheese. Could be cheddar, could be Swiss, sometimes a creamy provolone
A creamy provolone.
on a toasted peanut butter and cheese.
Now, where are you going for provolone these days?
Usually the gross out.
Okay.
Yeah.
The gross out.
Yeah, that's a good one. The St. John's Grocery Outlet.
The St. Helens section.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going downriver.
To Betsy country.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Betsy
and
Johnson.
Betsy Johnson. Where is she now? Have you guys heard anything on Betsy lately?
Well, Steve runs into her at the St. Helens Grocery Outlet quite a bit.
Yeah.
But she's thinking about throwing her hat in the ring for Portland mayor.
Who isn't at this point? We've got a lot of candidates. Commander, have you thrown your hat in for mayor yet?
Well, we just drove the car off the bridge, preferably for the Preservative Party. So
The Preservative Party. That's right.
that's
That's
a big skull and crossbones.
Yes.
But
So you think you can get a skull and crossbones? With
I
the
think
public,
I will
with public
be.
funding?
I think I will be a skull and crossbones. Literally here.
What's-
I run for mayor?
What school features the Crossbones as their mascot?
I think that's Yale.
Yeah.
Misspelled Yale.
Well, okay. Well,
Oh, they have the Skull and Bones fraternity that the Bush family was closely connected to, right?
Yeah, there's something about there's a lot of private humiliation.
well. Speaking of humiliation rituals, we have to pay another ad here, but we'll be right back with our lead guest, Erin Lehn, in the house. Woo! Woo!
Some legends say that deep in the North Sea, a small, tiny remnant of an isle does indeed exist, and there's family there. Inhabitants, ancients, a place where the Ulsters and the Doggers, the Irish, share a common ancestry. That's known as the Skylish.
Look! The Skylish!
The Skylish.
I'd like to tell you a story about my family. The great-grandfather of my grandfather. In the old country, we like to say, we mighty few, we mighty drunken, exuberant few. If there's one thing he taught me, is to always piss on the Scottish. We mighty few, as we like to say. Because they aren't like us. We're different. We've got Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us.
And you can't handle England. And if you could handle England in this our hardest year in the kingdom of Edinburgh, I've never seen so many Skyrish at the gate as they are now.
At Trench Digger Productions, The Skyrish, a new dramatization presented by Godfrey McGrath Stewart O'Cunningham. The Skyrish.
It's the Skyrish, I'm sure.
Before dark epic, it's the Skyrish.
That's right. They're talking about Sam Adam coming back, and I, you know, that guy's.
Charlie Hale's playing.
Listen, man, I don't want to talk gossip, but we're back, everybody, we're back, and I just wanted to welcome everybody to this February 26th show of the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. We're so excited to have our special featured guest that we might even run. You know, we might go all night. I don't know. Rich? You have time now, it seems
right.
like.
We're going to burn that bridge when we come to it.
Let's do it. Let's burn some bridges. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to you into the house, Erin Lehn! Woo!
Burn some bridges!
Thank you. So good of you to be here. Why don't are you?
You want me to sit?
Why don't you go ahead and sit?
Goodness, look
We'll
at
even
this.
set you up with a
Nice
nice.
little spot and everything. Hello.
That's interesting.
Why, hello.
Oh, that's my. Okay, there we go.
That's
yeah.
what happens when
and,
we go
And what do we
live.
got here? We got.
Right? That's live stuff.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, and I think we've
Wow.
even got. That's not it. It would be over.
We've got a
There we
very
are,
good
yes.
shot of your jacket.
Erin Lehn in the house.
Looking jacket.
Well, hello. Thank you.
Hey, well, it's great to have you here, Erin.
Thank
The
you.
peasants, the pleasants.
The Pleasant
Evolution
welcome.
Band.
Yes,
Right.
right.
Yes.
The Pleasant Evolution Band. I love it. Everything will be so pleasant tonight.
Well, that's kind of our when we have to play church get-togethers, because we're normally the Peasant Revolution Band, and occasionally we have these gigs where we gotta kind of dial it back a level, and we're the Pleasant Evolution Band.
And tonight is the Pleasant
That's
Revolution
right.
Band.
That's right.
Well, Erin, we already went over the pronunciation of your name, which led me to some experience in my background with studying German. Is it true? I want to get into your origin story. Does that involve any Germanics?
Well, you would be correct on that. Yes.
Where do your people hail from?
Actually, that's a really good question. Outside of Munich, somewhere. My dad actually told me the name of the town, and I forget.
Oh, are you the first generation born here, or?
No, second generation born here. Yeah, so I've got Irish, German, Scottish, Hungarian, and something else. One more thing, but mostly Irish, German, and Scottish. Yeah.
That's a good Oregon base.
Right? That's exactly it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that our little advertisement for the Skyrish coming to Trench Digger Productions very soon, one of these days. That must have an appeal to you. It's
huge.
a fantasy land I invented about the Scottish and Irish.
Oh, I love it.
On Dogger Isle, right? Have you ever heard about that whole thing? That stuff used to be connected. Like there's supposedly a whole plain that before the English Channel, all that stuff was a really low water, flat thing. And that's why you have like tigers and weird animals in the English United Kingdom.
Oh, wow.
Because they got trapped there. There was like a giant, someone will correct us, but a giant fjord that melted and created the English Channel and the last global warming incident, which was surprisingly before industrialization, but maybe post
alien colonization. So I can't tell. I can't
Ooh, we
tell
can
yet.
talk about the aliens if you want.
Undisputed alien events.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Well, speaking of aliens, Erin, we just did a little spoof on Invasion of the Body Snatchers, or
A classic.
Invasion of the Common Sense is what I like to call it regarding Portland. How long? So you get from Munich, you and your family. You personally, though, have been. How did you get to Portland? Did your family move to Portland eventually?
No. I came to Portland almost 20 years ago via a 2-year RV road trip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was one of those things. Left Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Traveled around a bit. Decided to see if any place was better to live.
What could be better than Charleston, South Carolina?
Charleston was great, actually. Right. Charleston's a pretty nice town. It's just at that time in my life, I just really liked to still move around a lot.
Sure.
Yeah. So I loved Charleston, but I also had a sense of adventure, so I needed to go.
Did you grow up in Charleston?
No. So I grew up in right outside of Omaha, Nebraska, in a little town called Elkhorn.
Oh, no kidding. So you are. Mm-hmm. How long were you in Nebraska for?
For almost 17 years.
Oh, did you do high school there then?
The first couple of years of high school, yes. Yeah, so I grew up in the same tiny little town, went to elementary school, middle school, and the first 2 years of high school there. And then I actually, 9th, 10th. No, 11th grade. So I took 11th grade twice. So I started 11th grade in Nebraska, but then I took 11th grade over again in right outside of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Nebraska to Florida.
Yeah,
that's going to be quite a trip.
I know, right?
Yeah, culturally that's somewhat of a contrast.
It's a huge contrast, and especially at that time, it was a huge contrast. But my family's all from Fort Lauderdale, actually, so I was used to going there quite a bit for all the vacations, summer break and Christmas. Christmas in Florida is a really nice Christmas to have.
Okay. I've never been to Florida yet. I'm fascinated by it because it seems like there's such a it's the middle of all of everything going on in the Caribbean in a way. It's sort of like the eastern end of it, and then you've got like and the connection to Cuba and the island life, and yet you have this like Orlando. Mm-hmm. People on weird drugs, and not that I can say anything like being from Portland. I mean, they probably. I think though, Florida was ahead of us in a lot of ways, and they were. What was the one with the guy that ate a guy's face off? Wasn't that Orlando or was that Miami?
Yeah. There's definitely weird news that comes out of Florida. Some really stuff that you can't forget.
Well, my main point was what I was surprised is I went on this Graham Parsons kick, and now, especially when you get to northern Florida, it's really southern. It's very much like the rural South. Mm-hmm. Isn't that correct?
Totally.
You go north to get to the South.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's essentially it's one of them southern states, except for Miami and its connection to Havana and all of that, right?
Yeah, it's so interesting. It's such a diverse state. Like all the towns, all the way across. Like if you're in Miami versus if you're in Daytona Beach or Jacksonville or Pensacola or Naples, or Orlando. It's got its own flavor.
And all the frat boys that come there for spring break and sororities, that none of them are from there, right? Is that correct? Is that an assumption to make? Or
I mean,
what kind of frat are you in if you we go to college in Daytona and we're gonna go to the beach? I mean, that you're kind of wouldn't you want to be in California if you're in Daytona?
Maybe you go to Costa Rica. Perhaps, because it's actually a very easy flight to get from Fort Lauderdale or Miami and go to Costa Rica instead.
Party with the expats.
Yeah.
A friend who went to UCF would go to Key West.
Oh yeah.
For spring break.
Yes, Key West. Yeah, right.
Of course, I've got a family on Sanibel, or they were on Sanibel up until Ian. Now they're on the mainland, but Fort Myers Beach would get assaulted every spring.
Yes,
by
right.
students from all over.
Oh
A beautiful little area down
Oh, totally. I love it. And I actually am one of those people who loves humidity. I know a lot of people don't.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the
okay.
best. It feels so good on your skin. Like your skin is
Okay.
just so soft. It doesn't. So here in Portland in the wintertime, I have like dry, scaly skin.
Sure.
And I don't like it. But I don't get that if I'm in Florida.
Okay.
Well, that's funny because my skin ends up getting really acne-ridden and full of pus. But that's
In
just
the
me.
winter?
I mean, that's
He doesn't.
it's any time of the year, really. It's
Always, right?
Advertisers wanted him to say that.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay, right.
well, there's
And
a
is this a Clear Cell commercial coming
well,
up?
there's a deal we're cooking up,
Okay,
so we're
good,
kind of
okay, there you
experimenting
go.
with some stuff here, some ailments I might have.
I love it.
Yeah, the sponsorship is difficult for Trench Digger, and so we have to go where we got to go.
Acne medication.
Well, Erin, I wanted to get into some of your origin story. So you were a traveler of everywhere, which, by the way, I just wanted to interject that we as a band have some experience with Nebraska.
Oh, really?
Back in 1979.
What?
We were at a radio show. But I'll talk to you about that later.
Wow.
We were very young. We were only about 37 or 38 in 79.
Oh.
So yeah, it's like
Okay, yeah, you guys were really young. I don't know
Yeah.
how you do it. It must be one of your advertisers that keeps your skin so soft and smooth and young.
well,
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you're only 37 in 1979.
which is why we use Noxzema. It's the
Oh.
freshest cream. But more of that later. Erin, on that note, I did want to talk to you about. I've noticed you're. I don't know where you qualify yourself between artist, musician, thespian, writer, producer, voiceover, but the writer thing. I was looking into your portfolio, and I let me see if I can get some of it. Oh, I had an idea. Let's see how this works.
Like we all
does
do,
this
right? We're
work?
dabblers.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Ooh,
I
what
need to
do
do
we
a
got?
quick little on the moment thing. Where would that be? Screen capture. Just talk amongst yourselves. We're gonna have something very fancy here in a second.
20 years.
Oh, it is.
Longest I've ever been anywhere now.
Capture.
Yeah.
Nebraska was like 17 years. Somewhere in that 17th year. I moved.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing out here?
Well, voice acting, on camera
Okay.
acting.
Okay, yeah, there it is. I think I've got it now.
Okay.
Yeah, so writing and editing for Natural Living magazine.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yes, which is just what I was getting to.
Oh, there we
was
go.
the
That's a whole story in itself.
Oh, sure.
Isn't there's all these stories.
Where'd it go?
There's
well,
so
I was
much.
oh yeah, this stuff. I was yeah, so what is your this is Eating on the Edge, the Seven Virtues.
Coffee House.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Okay, so my friend Stacy, you're looking at all these wonderful things that I've written. All right, so
Now, so where does your writing career come from? Is it all kind of it seems like there's some kind of natural health vibe to all this.
Okay, so on the end of that 2-year RV road trip where Portland was decided to be the place to live, somewhere along that, well, actually it was in Florida. In Naples, Florida, I picked up this magazine called Natural Awakenings. And actually that was like the 3rd or 4th time I had picked it up in Florida at that time on that RV road trip. And I was flipping through it after already realizing that my husband and I were going to move to Portland, but we didn't know what we were going to do when we got here. So I'm flipping through this magazine as we're traveling up the road on our way back to the West Coast, and I see this big franchise ad that said, "Own your own Natural Awakenings magazine." I'm like, oh, well, I actually really like natural health and eco-friendly living, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to Portland, but maybe, just maybe, I'll call up this person and see about owning the Portland edition of that magazine. So that's how that came into play. So yeah, so I called and I talked to this guy, John, who at the time was the franchise salesperson. And by the time, which it took 2 weeks to get from Florida over to Portland because it was a long, kind
Sure.
of stop along the way. I had bought the rights to run the Portland edition of Natural Awakenings magazine without ever having any business background or any other entrepreneurial skills. Just a lot of passion and enthusiasm and a nice check that I could write. And so I became the co-owner of Natural Awakenings magazine and ran the Portland edition for 4 years.
No,
that's pretty
now.
Yeah.
So what year are we talking about? for
So we're
this?
talking 2004 to 2008. So if you ever picked up Natural Awakenings magazine during that time in Portland, I was the publisher at that time. But
Now, Rich has some experiences writing in Portland monthlies and things like that.
wow.
So, do you, Rich? Aren't you part of the Mercury staff? Is that right?
That's very kind of you to say. I'm obviously way too old for that. But I'm thinking about applying for
Northwest PDXS, that era.
Yeah. I could have been at the Rocket, right?
Sure.
I could have worked
Charlie
at the
Rocket.
maybe. No, I'm thinking about applying at Willamette Week.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
hiring an account executive.
Oh, yeah.
And, I know how to tie a tie. But no, my super good friend of mine works at the monthly, so I get a little nepotism over there every few years.
Oh,
if I need a
nice.
byline,
Yes.
just something to put on my CV.
Look
So.
Oh, that's so cool. Fellow writer.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my partner is an editor and freelance editor, does academic stuff. She's doing mostly books now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so the whole Chicago manual style.
Yeah, she has
yes.
a certificate from the University of Chicago.
Wow.
She's got a PhD in religion.
Wow.
So yeah, and she teaches book editing at Portland State.
Oh, that's
for
so
fun.
cool.
So some wordy things going on around the house.
Well, which were you? I'm thinking of that era, Rich. Were you and Erin ever in competition over some kind of story with the beats he covered?
Not me, because mine is 100% nepotism. Yeah, so there's usually not competition, and I get selected for aviation stories.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And why do you get selected for the aviation stories?
I have a professional background, so I have a commercial
Wow.
pilot's license.
Oh.
And, kind of a airplane nerd.
Yeah, that's
So,
perfect.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, that niche stuff is perfect, too, so you get to do all kinds of things besides...
I should do more, but there are a few people out there that are really smart, and so I kind of yield to them.
Oh.
But I could probably try and capitalize. Just talking to you makes me think, I should probably do more of this.
Yeah, do more of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a niche, like I have mine. Even though I tried to get away from it, or no, I didn't try to get away from it. The pandemic came, and I lost my last few accounts. So I'd been doing Natural Awakening. So after I sold my edition of Natural Awakenings, I was outsourcing myself at Natural Awakenings around the country. So I was still working for the San Diego edition, the Spokane edition, Santa Fe, like all these other ones, the Daytona Beach edition, multiple ones. But then pandemic came, the last few accounts that I had went south, and I was like, oh, so I'm not a writer in the natural health field anymore. But that changed just a little over a year ago. Another Natural Awakenings reached out to me, and then another one, and then another one, and then another. Yeah, so I was like, I didn't even.
Yeah, we'd love to hear that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing with you. So that's what I was thinking, like, you. Yeah, just like.
That's why I always tell people every time you're trying to get away, they pull you back in. They pull you back in.
The aviation of minds and the natural health.
That's
Even though it's like, I didn't even try. Like, you know what I was actually trying to do? I was trying to find writing jobs in the travel field.
Oh, yeah, okay, I've done a little of that too.
Yeah, I like that too. Well, aviation is travel, right?
To an extent, yeah. I actually worked for Travel Portland for a little over a year. Got to see where some of that sausage is made.
Yeah.
And they actually, if you want some connections, they do a lot of contract stuff over there. They have a couple of content people on staff, but mostly they contract with people.
Oh, wow.
So it's easier to tap into that than it might seem.
Oh, okay. We'll have to talk about
absolutely,
that. Yeah, because I did try in the RV realm, and that kind of went a little
Right.
wonky.
Oh, that's all super saturated. With
Yeah,
these
yeah, because everybody
crazy
wants to do
people
it with the van life, right? Right?
Oh, the van life stuff. Yeah, I
What's on a
love that.
van?
Well, then there was that person who got murdered.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying,
terrible,
right?
yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah, that's
like a
all-
van life guy one of the murderers? Wasn't that one of the
Oh!
things?
Yeah, I think it was her partner
Oh.
who done it. Yeah, and that's a big trust fund scene.
Oh yeah.
Van life
Yeah.
and,
Because those van. I mean, I could get an RV that had so much space, has a full bathroom, has a full kitchen, and everything for the same price as a van that doesn't have like.
Right. Well, with the pandemic, the price of everything just shot through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have some history with AAA, so I have a healthy skepticism for
Yeah.
people delving into that too much right now.
Yes.
'Cause
My dad had some pretty cool vans,
Oh.
and on
yeah.
that note, I just wanted to
yellow
say
truck, that was a cool one.
a lot of cool trucks. And I was going to interject, Erin, before we switch gears. I wanted to. Well, there's a lot. I'm like ready to extend by an hour if everyone's up for it. Let's do another hour, right? I wanted to introduce this part.
Oh.
What? Why don't you explain what's going on here?
Well.
This is not missed. Do you shriek? What is the what happens?
You will see.
Okay, we're gonna find out. Oh,
They locked me in.
Uh-oh.
Good thing I brought my own key today.
Mm-hmm. Good thing. It's a good thing. Just wait till you gotta watch this next part. Like, you have to see this part.
Who put this here? Here's the key.
There we go. Here's the key.
What is going? I don't even understand what's happening.
So we are
is that
currently
Rockefeller?
in a video game called Bendy and the Dark Revival. And we are playing as the character named Audrey. Audrey is going to get some coffee. Or so she thinks.
The most welcoming hallway I've ever seen.
Uh-oh. This is where...
Hello? Is someone there?
This is good. This is the best part. Well, no, there's a lot of best parts. This is a very good part, though.
Archgate Pictures.
Uh-huh.
Audrey. Wilson.
What is going on here?
You scared me to death.
I'm sorry, my dear. Didn't mean to frighten you. You're working late tonight. A pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself. Mind if I step in?
Of course not.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Audrey, you look like you could use a little company.
Yeah, right? Would you let that guy in the elevator with you?
So, it's been really nice this past week.
Just beautiful. Gorgeous.
Ah!
What was that?
It's a low frequency on my speaker system.
Don't you worry, my dear. It's just a little short in the system. Happening a lot this past few days. No need to fret. Let's see what we can find. Come along now. Old Wilson will protect you.
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
Old Wilson, by the way, will not be protecting Audrey anytime soon.
Okay. Alright, that sounds
terrifying.
Well, let's let everyone in on the secret. Erin, you are Audrey, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It's such a cool role. I got the opportunity to be the player's character, Audrey, in Bendy and the Dark Revival, which is one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me in the voiceover world.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a good friend of mine, Matt Nolan. Shout out to Matt Nolan in
Shout out
LA.
to Matt.
Great voiceover actor. Has kind of built a second and third career out of it.
Wow.
Do you but video games, what he was telling me, a lot of and that's kind of your specialty, right?
Well, I would have to say probably 3 things: video games, commercial, and narration or e-learning. But yeah, so I do love
e-learning. So you do a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever heard of D.R. Horton Homes, they have somebody's going through their getting their mortgage, or they're applying for their loan. Then I'm the voice that tells you what to do and what not to do when you are going through the loan process of one of those homes.
Okay.
So yeah,
so that's all automated now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like, hey, just don't do this. Like, don't go buy anything, or don't go putting a bunch of stuff on your credit card. Don't quit your job. Don't get a new job. Like all these kind of things you do in the middle of a loan process. And so yeah, so stuff like that. But yeah, definitely video games. I love the video games and animation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. No, we were in line to maybe provide soundtrack for an organization. They do kind of an Airbnb, but like a homeless take on it, and we were gonna like supply the like tent camping thing. Really good deals on fentanyl. And I just said no. As a leader, I felt like
I wasn't part of that.
I felt like as a president that I had to say no on that one. But I've been a president many a time, and that's a whole nother story. So yeah, we're talking about voiceover, and Rich, you've done voiceover a little bit too.
I've done a few over the years, like those new GMC commercials.
Oh yeah, well no, Erin, do you do commercial like TV commercial voiceover then and all that?
I do as often as I can. Yes,
Sure.
TV, radio.
TV. Okay.
Yeah. I used to be the voice of Burgerville.
Oh
Yeah, we're all Burgerville fans.
Oh
here.
yeah.
Can you give us some Burgerville, like some of your favorite one-liners from Burgerville? Or is that
Burgerville.
like proprietary?
Let's let something delicious bring us together.
Oh, I remember
Burgerville.
that. I totally remember
right?
that.
So that I was there during that campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would read, for the most part, they were 60-second spots with just my voice.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of heavy radio play. And they were really good commercials that made me fall in love with Burgerville, because I got the opportunity to learn like where the salt came from Jacobson Salt Company, and where did the strawberries come from, and Neatards Bay.
Where the salt comes
Yeah,
from.
that's exactly it. And so like the commercial spot would be a story, and so everything was a story, and I loved the storytelling
They
aspect.
were playing that pretty hard for a while. I did a environmental economics project on them, and when interviewed their COO at the time about some of that stuff. So
Really?
yeah, you guys probably did. In the commercials, they probably talked about the berries. They would take like secondhand berry or second class berries.
Yes.
And that was how they would make the shakes and stuff.
Yes.
Like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Amazing stuff, and
So cool.
the family-owned beef places out in Kearney County and Malheur County and stuff like that.
Yes.
Really
I heard they used to have like these intense beef basketball games with Les Schwab. I don't know if there's any
like free
reality to that, but they
yeah.
would like your whole thing's got nothing on free beef.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember any Les Schwab references when I was part of the
that goes
campaign.
back pretty far.
Okay, yeah.
I did a bunch of TV when I was a kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my dad was an account exec for an ABC affiliate when I was growing up, and they didn't like to pay children, and I was one of 5, so they would just use us kids in all these commercials.
Right, because they didn't have to pay. Or...
Yeah, they didn't have to pay us. Yeah, which was okay. My dad made money off the deals, of course. But
Rich is one of those child actors. You didn't do 8 is Enough, did you? Were you on 8 is Enough? I can't remember.
This was in that era. Yeah, no, we didn't do any real TV. No actual acting, of course. But
Milky Way.
Yeah, they started me
Snickers.
doing radio when I was 2.
Nice.
And then when I was 4, we switched over to television. And then I think by the time I was in high school, they weren't doing a lot of local production anymore. Because it doesn't pay out the way it used. It's a whole different.
Yeah.
Whole different deal. But,
well, I have to say I have to interject. We're running way late, Erin and Rich and all of you. I hope you have a little bit more time. There was a couple ideas we wanted to kind of play out here. Do you all still have time enough to play this little fantasy out with me?
Fantasy.
Oh, you didn't answer quick enough, so I guess we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to take an ad break, and we're going to see where things go. Special edition with Erin Lehn, Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. We might go a little bit later than 10. Oh, my God. Look out. Okay. Watch out. Here we go. Here we go.
I don't remember what the plan was.
Yeah, let's see. What was the plan? It was going to go something like... the Skyrish.
Some legends say that deep, deep in the North Sea, a small, tiny remnant of an isle does indeed exist, and there's family there. Inhabitants, ancients, a place where the Ulsters and the Daggers, the Irish, share a common ancestry. That's known as the Skyrish.
Look! The Skyrish!
The Skyrish. I'd like to tell you a story about my family.
The great-grandfather of my grandfather. In the old country, we like to say, we mighty few, we mighty drunken, exuberant few. If there's one thing he taught me, is to always piss on the Scottish. We mighty few, as we like to say. Because they aren't like us. We're different. We've got Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us.
And you can't handle England. And if you could handle England, in this our hardest year in the kingdom of Edinburgh, I've never seen so many Skyrish at the gate as they are now.
At Trench Digger Productions, The Skyrish, a new dramatization presented by Godfrey McGrath Stewart O'Cunningham. The Skyrish.
It's the Skyrish, I'm sure.
Before dark epic, it's the Skyrish.
We're with Dr. Goldman, and we're looking at urinals in Scotland.
They're uncivilized in this country.
What are they wearing under their coats?
Shut the fuck up.
Man, we're gonna watch the kids, dude!
Some legends say that deep, deep in the North Sea, a small, tiny remnant of an isle does indeed exist, and there's family there. Inhabitants, ancients, a place where the Ulsters and the Daggers, the Irish, share a common ancestry. That's known as the Skyrish.
Look! The Skyrish!
The Skyrish.
I'd like to tell you a story about my family. The great-grandfather of my grandfather. In the old country, we like to say, we mighty few, we mighty drunken, exuberant few. If there's one thing he taught me, is to always piss on the Scottish. We mighty few, as we like to say. Because they aren't like us. We're different. We've got Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us.
And you can't handle England. And if you could handle England, in this our hardest year in the kingdom of Edinburgh, I've never seen so many Skyrish at the gate as they are now.
At Trench Digger Productions, The Skyrish, a new dramatization presented by Godfrey McGrath Stewart O'Cunningham. The Skyrish.
It's the Skyrish, I'm sure.
Before Darker Bank, it's the Skyrish.
We're with Dr. Goldman, and we're looking at urinals in Scotland.
They're uncivilized in this country.
What are they wearing under their coats?
Shut the fuck.
Some legends say that deep, deep in the North Sea, a small, tiny remnant of an isle does indeed exist, and there's family there. Inhabitants, ancients, a place where the Ulsters and the Daggers, the Irish, share a common ancestry. That's known as the Skyrish.
Look! The Skyrish!
The Skyrish.
I'd like to tell you a story about my family. The great-grandfather of my grandfather. In the old country, we like to say, we mighty few, We mighty drunken, exuberant few. If there's one thing he taught me, is to always piss on the Scottish. We mighty few, as we like to say. Because they aren't like us. We're different. We've got Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us.
And you can't handle England. And if you could handle England, in this our hardest year in the kingdom of Edinburgh, I've never seen so many Skyrish at the gate as they are now.
At Trench Digger Productions, The Skyrish, a new dramatization presented by Godfrey McGrath Stewart O'Cunningham. The Skyrish.
It's the Skyrish, I'm sure.
Before dark epic, it's the Skyrish.
Abigail Agenthorpe is an heiress flying home to Portland after a routine business trip back east.
Nervous?
A little.
First time?
No, I've been nervous before.
Well, you've got nothing to worry about. This is the safest era of aviation.
Oh, maybe I'll just look out the window.
Sure. Some people find that soothing.
Unbeknownst, she is about to have another trip altogether in the trench digger zone.
Oh, I think you're mistaken.
No, I think there's something. Do you see what? Do you see
No,
something?
I just see the wing, a couple of engines.
No, come here, look and see. Do you see?
No, I think you're going to need to calm down a little.
No one else can see it.
There's something out there. Look, there's something out there. I think it's a man.
No, ma'am, you're going to have to calm down.
I think there's a man. I think I see a man out there on the wing.
No,
there's a man
simply okay.
on the wing. Oh,
there's nothing
there's
there.
nothing out there. You don't see a man. You don't see a man on the wing of the plane.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Standard.
This man.
Ma'am, you need to calm down. Have some pretzels.
No.
Have a jelly straw. You need to get a hold of yourself. I'm the captain of this plane.
Do you see this? Ah! Do you see this? There's a man.
Ah!
A man on the wing of the plane. No, you don't
I
see
think
this.
you might be having an episode of some kind.
You don't see this. No, no, there's a man on the wing of the plane, and you're telling me you don't see that.
There's nothing out there.
There's nothing out there. You don't see this. You don't see that. You don't see that.
No, where's the captain?
Where's the captain? Where's the captain? How can you not see this? How can you not see this, captain? Where's the captain? Oh my God, the plane! We're going down! We're going
It's okay.
down!
Everything's okay now.
It's on the
Ma'am.
wing of the plane!
It's just an optical illusion. It's part of our new entertainment system in first class. Did you not know this?
Little does Abigail realize she's just entered the trench digger zone.
Trench digger holograms are the best holograms ever invented. They're so real.
Courtesy of
they're gonna
Boeing
make your
and Alaska
flight
Airlines.
the most terrifying experience you could ever imagine. Well done. The commercial on this is going to be a success. They think I can't really fly a plane.
Good. I know, right? Okay, am I going?
You want to see something really scary? I'll tell you. We're going to show you something really scary.
That monster legitimately scared me.
That monster's gone. Because we're going to show you the real scary.
To sing now? Okay.
It's no reason I use the little chorus.
Well, you wake up early in the morning. You see the work bell ring. And I ride you to the table. It's the same old thing. Ain't no food upon the table. In trouble with me, but you better not complain, boy. You get in trouble with the man. The midnight special, shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a yellow light on me. Just a couple of roses, nothing more that you know. By the way she wore that apron and the clothes she wore. With me, but you better not complain, boy. You'll get in trouble with the man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a
special. Shine the ever loving light on me. Let the midnight special shine the light on me. Oh, let the midnight special light on me. Dozen Revolution bound for radar. Thank you. We'll be right back with Erin Lehn.
Some legends say that deep, deep in the North Sea, a small, tiny remnant of an isle does indeed exist, and there's family there. Inhabitants, ancients, a place where the Ulsters and the Daggers, the Irish, share a common ancestry. That's known as the Skyrish.
Look! The Skyrish!
The Skyrish.
I'd like to tell you a story about my family. The great-grandfather of my grandfather. In the old country, we like to say, we mighty few, we mighty drunken, exuberant few. If there's one thing he taught me, is to always piss on the Scottish. We mighty few, as we like to say. Because they aren't like us. We're different. We've got Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us. Viking blood in us.
And you can't handle England. And if you could handle England, in this our hardest year in the kingdom of Edinburgh, I've never seen so many Skyrish at the gate as they are now.
A Trench Digger Productions. The Skyrish. A new dramatization presented by Godfrey McGrath Stewart O'Cunningham. The Skyrish.
It's the Skyrish, I'm sure.
Before Darker Bank, it's the Skyrish.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to have you all here with us tonight. Let me get us to a little more standard application for our scene. I call it the settle scene. As you can see, our fearless technical director David Craig was not available tonight, and so we're letting the old the macros. Shout out to one of our fans, David Rock, loves the macros, so we're doing little macros for you. But it has been an absolute pleasure, an insane pleasure, to have Erin Lehn as a guest tonight, and we're so thankful you could stay tuned in tonight. She had to get going, but she left a friend here for us to join. But let me stop these macros for a second, because I'm kind of concerned about some things going on in town these days, particularly involving this guy named Ted Wheeler. He's a mayor of Portland, Oregon, and oh look, why it's my lovely wife Jamila. How are you, honey? What's going on?
Say goodnight.
I can't quite hear that. What was that?
Say goodnight, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff. And by the way, what did you learn? What did you learn while you woke up from your dream far away from here? Oh, I'm talking to the wrong person. I meant this question for Dorothy. It's Dorothy. Dorothy has come to join us. Dorothy Gale from Nebraska by way of Kansas.
I love it. Aww. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Someday I'll wish upon a star behind. Their troubles smell like lemon. Away from the chimney tops, that's where, yeah, you'll find me. Oh, whoa, way over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly. Fly over the rainbow. forgot this one.
Oh,
Don't forget
don't forget
the number one, the
one
ukulele
that
song.
we practiced.
Erin is a great songwriter, and so let's do this song for Erin. Here it goes. If I can find the darn... There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Sorry for all the false starts, false alarms. We are doing major theater for free for you all. And we hope you enjoy it. We hope you enjoy the live mistakes as much as we do. And here we go. This is a song by Erin called
You mean the world to me.
You Mean the World to Me.
I'm feeling joyous, da-da-da. And I know it's 'cause you're here. You make me smile, da-da-da. Because you are so near. You're a beautiful being of light that really glows. Anyone who's ever in your lovely presence truly knows. You're so delightful, da-da-da. Loving you is such a treat. I just adore you, da-da-da. From your head to your cute feet, you radiate magnificence. So wow, you really shine. My heart gets sparkles when you're near. My God, you're so divine. And you make the world a better place to be. Endlessly. And you make the world feel so heavenly, naturally. You're just amazing, da-da-da. Flowers bloom because you are. Your existence, da-da-da, brings meaning to the stars. You're spectacular and glorious and charming as can be. I'm so glad you're in my world, 'cause you mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me.
You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. Yes, you mean the world to me. Erin Lehn, composer, songwriter, great Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour guest. We're so happy to have her. Thank you so much. Happy and merry tidings to all. We'll be back next month, last Monday of the month, until the end of time. Yeah! Whatever timeline that is. Whatever, it might involve Tartaria or something, but I don't know. It's my beautiful wife Jamila. It's come to wish us luck. Yeah, so we're here. We're having the show, and we're gonna sign on.
7 years away from the planet blowing us away. If you really don't want to stay, then go float off in the Milky Way. That's the revolution man. status quo just can't stay. It's gotta go, get the hell away. Well, I tried to get me some.